the Rennen Rollenlager. I talked to the people at Rollenlager with the spokes hitting the head of this. I shaved this down. It still wasn't enough. I had to bend this thing. I put it in a vise, my trusty old vise over here, and I flattened it out a little bit. And the alignment stayed straight. It seemed like straight as I could see according to my eye. And a mountain bike with a cassette system. And so the spokes are out here wider. I mean, I guess they make this for most people that have a standard conversion where they're converting a standard mountain bike, but this Surly 1x1 hub is not very compatible with the Rennen. If you've got a Surly 1x1 hub and you try to use the Rennen, you might run into some problems unless you have thicker dropouts or dropouts that are spaced out further. Well, there it is, all hooked up, and it seems to work pretty good. I'm not having any chain rub in here. I'm about as close as I can get. A half link won't work, not even close. I tried the pinch test with this loose. Nope. I'll flip it upside down, you can look at it from that angle. And there's the alignment in the rubber wheel. The little rubber wheel in here doesn't seem to spin with, I don't know, it's not true like a racing wheel, that's for sure. But it works, it's silent, it feels bomber. It feels better than that Singulator copy that was on here. The Rollenlager, the wheel right here, it's not true. Like if I hold it still and spin the wheel, you can almost see the rubber going up and down, up and down. This is my final review on the Rennen Rollenlager. It is the beefiest tensioner that I have found, that I've done research on, and I haven't tried any others except for the Singulator. The Singulator you can adjust laterally like this with the rod that's adjustable. So if you have different types of cassette or have a Surly hub with a wider hub base and a fixed location for the cog, you can move out to there. It seems like the Rennen was designed for a standard conversion where you have a cassette and you can put spacers to get the alignment. The Rennen doesn't have lateral adjustment unless you bend it like I did. But it does seem way more bomber. It looks bomber. The only beef I have with it is I don't mind bending it, that's cool. But my one main beef is the rubber wheel that's the idler wheel on here. It seems like it's way out of round. And I did already try taking it apart and seeing if the bearings were not installed, flush, or if it was on kind of at a wrong angle, or they were in tight, and there was no foreign objects in there or nothing like that. So it's the rubber itself that's out of round. In fact, you can even see the molding, the lip on the sides changes in depth around. So if I could get a new wheel for that's true, that would be cool. Or I'm going to try taking this rubber wheel to a friend who's a machinist. I don't know if machinists can machine rubber. Maybe he can put that thing on a spindle that fits those bearings and spin it and shave off some of the rubber and get it perfectly round. That would be cool. I didn't build wheels, I've trued wheels before. I learned in high school in a class, a friend who actually built frames, and he built up his own wheels, and he had a Campagnola toolkit that came in a wooden box like that, my teacher. And I learned how to true wheels, and I know what a dishing tool is. And I'm not like a super bike mechanic or nothing, but I am a mechanic, and I work on all my own tools and equipment for my business. And I like things to be, I know why a wheel has to be true. I know why this should be true. I know why, because you want your mechanical stuff to be smooth. You don't want things wobbling and flexing and changing alignments and things like that. And when I'm pedaling, I can hear a little sound go like whoosh, 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 whoosh. And the only thing I can relate it to is the outer roundness of this little wheel. And I wish that thing was true. Other than that, I don't see how I can get a more bomber. I mean, for my basic biking performance, I don't notice any difference. Like, it's the out of roundness on this rubber wheel is changing my performance or anything. But you know, I like things to be mechanically perfect as possible. You know, if I didn't, I would just get a Walmart bike at Huffy or something, you know, or something like that. Okay, hey, well, that's all I have to say, and it's better than anything else I've seen, and it works. I've got it so it works now. I just wish that rubber wheel was true. I'm running 18 tooth Shimano cog on the back and a Salsa 34 tooth on the front.